Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Crusader 5.5-inch SP. It's the Tier 7 British SPG. It's located on the westbourne of Paris, and it's under the command of Jan Latanka of F4H. And he's got the stock gun, the 4.5-inch howitzer. Okay, now this vehicle drives in reverse. So if you want to go fast in that direction, yes, you have to turn the vehicle around and use the reverse key. So you're not actually using the W key to move forward, you're actually moving the S key to drive backwards very fast. Okay? 4.5-inch howitzer, it's capable of 450 alpha. This is the same gun that's the top gun on the Burt, and also the top gun on the Bishop as well. The Tier 5 British SPG. And the Burt, of course, is the FP304, the Tier 6 British SPG. So there is a sequence here for the guns. Okay, now the 4.5-inch is capable of 450 alpha, 28mm of pen, and 2.2 meters on the damage radius. What Jan Latanka is going to do is something I have actually done myself on previous battles. But he's actually going to show and demonstrate it to us and see if we can see what he's going to do to try and get damage on the enemy. He's going to get fairly close to them, almost within sight of them, just out of sight of them, and then shoot at them with his howitzer. So he's going to be lobbing the shells at close range. Now you see he's decided to go down where that IS is, because there is an enemy tank nearby. He's just positioned himself and got spotted by the enemy, and now he's going to try and auto-aim onto the enemy tank as he gets closer. Okay, so he's auto-aimed on. He lobs the shell over the rock into the target, and he picks up 73 hit points. Now he needs to be careful because he might actually shoot his own teammate if he's not careful. And that IS is moving backwards and forwards quite quickly. He could actually go straight through the field of fire if he's not careful. It looks like he's almost about to do it. He did do it. Okay, we're trying to get a shot. Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, he actually hit the cupola of his IS. Luckily, no team damage, so he didn't kill his teammate at close range. It's best not to try this if you think you might actually hit your teammates, because now I'm afraid Jan Latanka's got no chance of getting a high caliber, but he has got his first kill. Yes, if you do damage one of your teammates deliberately, such as in that moment when you press the fire button and the shell hits the target or your teammate, then you are disqualified from getting a high caliber. Unfortunately, those are the rules, and those rules have been there for some time, and they weren't changed even after they took away team damage. Now he's pulled up to this corner because the enemy was getting a little close. There's a T-29 down there, and you can see this Chi-Ri has also decided to pull back, and he's actually trying to side scrape, but he is getting hit in his rear every time. You can see those shells are going in. In fact, actually, even that angle is worse, and the enemy Arty just scored a shot on the Chi-Ri. I almost said a rude word there, didn't I? Yes, he's actually scored a shot onto the Chi-Ri. Now, we don't know where the enemy Arty is, but we can probably take a guess. He's somewhere in the northeast corner of the map. At this moment, he can't get a shot on the enemy because that building is in the way. And the Chi-Ri, well, he's trying to get shots on a Viz 44-1, and I think an enemy Cromwell, which is down the other end of that road. There's also a T-34-100 right in the center. Now, I think he'd like to be able to shoot at those guys. The Cromwell just got wiped out. He got taken out by our Hummel. Now he's out in the field, so he managed to lob the shell over the top. And now the Chi-Ri's trying to shoot the enemy tanks. And if he stays out like that, he's going to get hurt. Ooh! That's a 90mm round from a T-78 on the enemy team, who just managed to strip away most of our hit points. But now we've got into a position where we can actually fire at that Viz 44-1 on the corner. Okay, so he's going to lob the shell at the guy. It didn't hit the armor, didn't penetrate the screen. But now he's going to fire another one in, and hopefully that will hit that target. Yes! That's another kill. Okay, so he goes up the rubble for the moment. There is still that T-78, and we don't know exactly where he is, but he's somewhere ahead of us. We're looking around. Can't see him. He might be in the bushes, in that tree, just in front of the building. There's a tree, 2 trees, and then just behind that, there's a load of foliage, and he's probably in those trees, or in the trees on the ground. Some players knock that tree down for cover. Okay, he didn't get any damage there. He's changing position to try and get closer. There's the T-78. Yes, he was in those trees, just at the edge of them. Okay, now he's going to do the same to that Sture Mill now. He's going to lob the shells over his teammates into the Sture Mill. Gets ready, dials in. Yes, he gets a direct hit with his first shot. Okay, he's looking back. Reloading. Okay, there's the Sture Mill. And he gets a really good hit right into the armor around the gun. So, yes, that is weak armor. And can he get the kill shot? Yes, he does. 3 kills now. The T-78's just around the corner, and he's died. So he's turned the Arty around, and now he's going with his troops, supporting them from the front. And it's something I've done on many occasions. It's actually quite funny, because tanks don't expect the Arty to go with them. But it can produce some amazing results when you do. Okay, there's only 4 enemies left. 2 Artys, an M12 and an M44, and a VK3002D and a T37. You ought to stop here and try and shoot at the enemy Arty. The M12, there he is. He's in the distance. Oh, unfortunately, he dies before we can get a shot. Now he's trying to widen the angle here so he can get a shot at that VK3002D and the T37. He's extending his aim. There's the VK. Now he lines up the shot. Oh, the guy dies to the T34-2G FT. There's just the T37 left and the M44. So he's turned around and he's on the road again. And we're starting to cap. We don't need to cap. And the M44's in the corner, and he gets a shotgun on our IS, but the kill goes in on him from the T25AT, and that's it. The T37's gone, and the game is over. Here's the end of battle results, and that was the 3rd class tanker for Jan Latanka of F4H clan in the Crusader 5.5-inch SP. A very unusual battle, but a very effective one, because he managed to get 3 kills out of it. Let's have a look at the team score and see what he managed to do. Well, we can see he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the Oni, got 2,190 hit points of damage. Second highest damage turned out to be the Type 5 Chi-Ri, who got 2,006. And third highest was that T-78, the guy who shot him, actually. He got 2,004 hit points of damage. Some of that belonged to Jan. And, well, he actually ended up getting 621 hit points of damage, a little way down the table. But the important thing is that when it came to kills, he was right at the top. Alongside the T34-2G FT, he got 3 kills. So did Jan Latanka. And 2 kills went to the T25AT, the Oni, and the IS, who was just hanging on by a thread at that corner. And nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill. Amazing, but a very good and effective technique. When it came to base XP, we can see that he's a little further down the table because he managed to get 584, the highest being the T25AT, who got 1,062, the only player to get over 1,000 base. 947 went to the Oni, 930 went to the IS. Yes, he was spotting whilst he was shooting from that position, but it's a very dangerous position that IS held because he kept getting shot by the enemy every time he popped out to take a round. He received one as well. So did the Chi-Ri for that matter. But you can see that Jan Latanka, well, he only got hit once by that T-78, and that's because the guy was hiding in that tree stroke bush. He knocked the tree down to provide himself with cover, and he sat just on the corner using the bush mechanic, so he couldn't be seen, but he could shoot, and he did get around into Jan the Tanker, a 90mm round at that, which did a fair amount of damage, but it didn't stop Jan from killing enemy tanks in the meanwhile. Anyway, let's have a look at the detail. He fired only 12 rounds in the game. 9 of them hit target, none of them penetrated, but he did get 8 splash. Damage of 621, all of it at close range. 1 hit received, it was the T-78, it did pen. He damaged 3 of the enemy, killed 3 of the enemy, and did 385 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he actually earned a profit from that game, 10,651 credits, and he also made 1,752 experience points. I wouldn't say it was a very easy technique. In fact, it's a very difficult technique to master, but it was effective for Jan the Tanker, and it did help the team out because not only did he get 3 kills, but he took out 3 tanks who were actually trying to get around our teammates and do damage. And especially that Sturmill, his teammates really couldn't see the Sturmill, but he could. Every time he popped his head round the corner, or rather, they could see part of him, but they couldn't shoot at him because he was in a position where he couldn't be shot. But Jan could shoot him, and he did, and took him out of the game, took him out of the equation, and stopped him from blocking the tanks from moving on the enemy cap area. So a very interesting battle, a technique which is very difficult, but well done for mastering it. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.